Hey guys, this is SpockJoe, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what is your playstyle. I'm going to be giving some examples of different playstyles within Call of Duty WW2, and hopefully it'll give you an idea of how to better utilize your own personal playstyle to make you a better player in the game. So with that said, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, hit this channel and the bell. All right, so today I want to talk to you guys about what is your play style. Now, what I mean by play style, it is how you function within the game. It's how you actually play the game. And generally speaking, I would say that there's three dominant play styles within Call of Duty, and they are the run and gunner, the push-pull player, and the support player. Now, there is a little bit of room in between these different categories. This is just kind of an extreme of how people tend to play. But there is a kind of a full color scheme of different varieties of players in the game. But most people tend to gravitate towards one of these play styles. Now, the first play style that I want to talk about is the run and gunner. And the run and gunner is really interesting because this is the guy that's just the crazy guy on your team that just seems overconfident in his gameplay, that he rushes into rooms, he's really aggressive, he's an offensive player, he's in your face, he's high octane, he's high kills, but he's also high deaths as well. I find these guys very, very useful in the game. They're the guys that really put the other team at bay. They really get the other team to really think about what they're going to be doing to set themselves up. And that usually helps play for push-pull players and for support players to come in and get those kills, because the run and gunner really offsets the other team. That's kind of what they're there for. They're there to be so aggressive that they are offsetting and just really discouraging the opposite team so that the push-pull player and the support player can come in and help out with those kills. Now, the types of weapons that these guys cater to are usually fast weapons. They're usually SMGs and assault rifles. I see a lot of guys that are running gunners that are running with shotguns as well. And I would say that the really close quarter weapons are the weapons that really make a run and gunner shine. A shotgun is usually a one kill shot if you have the right shotgun. An SMG that has a really high firing rate, it's going to take out those opponents very, very quickly. And I would say if you're this type of player, you're a guy that likes to move around the map a lot, you're the guy that's always running, I would suggest using an SMG shotgun or a really quick firing rate on an assault rifle. So the second play style that I want to talk about is the push-pull player. Now, this is between a run and gunner and a support player. And here's kind of how a push-pull player plays. They're very strategic about how they win their gunfights. They tend to think more tactically. They tend to use mid to longer ranges to engage their enemy. And they're really trying to outthink their enemy opponent. They're trying to position themselves behind cover. They really think about the head glitches that are in the game. They really are very strategic about how they play. Now, there's times where they'll run forward and they'll have kind of a run and gun kind of feel about them and how they play, depending on how confident they are within the game match of how it's playing out. But when they know that they're starting to get outmatched, they're the ones, instead of keep on blaring in like a run and gunner, they tend to sit back and wait and realize, you know what, I may be outmatched for who I'm going up against. I need to figure out how to juke this guy. I need to figure out how to best get in on their flank. I need to strategically place myself in a way that I can win this gunfight. And so that's what I would say a push-pull player is. Now, if you are a push-pull player, I suggest the type of weapons that you use are SMGs, They're very effective, and if you use an SMG that has advanced rifling on it, it gives you a little bit more damage at range, and you can be a little more competitive with those guys that are running gunners. You can kind of keep them back a little bit. But I also suggest that you use an assault rifle. The assault rifles are kind of the bread and butter of a push-pull player. The weapons are generally geared towards that type of play style. All right, so we're going to be moving on, and I want to talk to you about the third play style, and that is the support player. Now, the support player is a defensive player. He's one that locks down areas, or he locks down lines of sight so that the enemy combatants can't flank in on your teammates. It's a very important role, and I would say that there tends to be a lot more support players, especially in this game, than in previous Call of Duties. I would say in Infinite Warfare, a lot of people were just running gunners. They just went in, blaring in, Guns of Glory, Rambo style, trying to take everybody out. I would say this game, because of what it is, being boots on the ground, people are having to play a little bit more strategically and really watch the lanes and try to make sure that they're getting an advantage over their enemies. And I would say so a lot more players in this game tend to be support players. And you can see that on maps like the USS Snipe boat. Sorry, I forgot the name of it, but it's the Snipe boat. It's like the Love boat, except for with sniper rifles. And I would say that map is definitely catered more to sniper rifles and LMGs than anything else in the game. Also, I would say Gustav's Cannon. That is a very open map. It really caters to support players, people that are trying to lock down lanes and really just kind of keep the enemy combatants in their spawn. Now, the types of weapons I suggest for a support player is sniper rifles and LMGs. Now, you can use assault rifles, but for the most part, I would say the LMGs and sniper rifles have more of an advantage over longer distance, and it's going to keep the enemies a little bit further off. You're going to be able to take them out at longer distances, especially if you have running gunners trying to come through a lane. You're able to pick them off before they can even get close enough to take you out with their assault rifle or shotgun. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of thinking about what your playstyle is, and hopefully maybe making your playstyle a little bit more refined so that you become a better player in Call of Duty World War II. Now, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.